Okay, so Gina and Sharp, since we're talking about this, I do have one more question for
That's
you
a
guys.
Virgo.
Because you were a viewer of Baddie South.
Yes.
How do you feel?
I know it.
All things Zeus.
It is all things Zeus right now. How do you feel? And this was a huge part of the success.
This ain't all things Zeus.
No, it's all things.
It's all things no jumper.
It is too.
No,
that's not what I was saying.
Hold a second. No, I just heard
Oh
what I
my
heard.
God! No, I'm asking you a Zeus
I
question.
love Zeus.
Go ahead.
But and then,
okay, you said
and
this
if you
is
did,
all Zeus. I
and
was
it,
like, whoa.
no, and if you didn't watch the show, Sharp, but you will be familiar with the question I'm going to ask you.
I've caught a couple of them, but you know what I'm saying? I want to go
But-
watch more now
but
because
here-
I met you.
But listen,
So it's different.
This is good though. This
I
is
like
a good
y'all.
question. How do you guys feel about Chrisean and Blueface's relationship? Because she was a star on my show. She brought amazing numbers to the Zeus, Baddie South. I love Chrisean. I love Blueface. And I am executive producing their show right now on Zeus.
Well, Blueface is my friend, so I'm looking forward to anything. I actually had told him in the beginning, you need to take your show over to Zeus. So I know Wack and Lenny have a relationship already.
Well, I brought
And then-
Chrisean to Zeus.
Right.
And the show is Chrisean and Blueface's show called Crazy in Love, which is going to start in a couple weeks. We're wrapping up filming their show. How do you feel about their relationship? I mean, just asking, like, as a viewer, and you watch the blogs, they're on the blogs every other day. And the only reason I brought that up was because we're talking about the signs and relationships and men and how they act and women. Like, how do you guys feel about that?
My answer is really short and sweet. I'm sure Sharp got some shit to say.
Because I got some shit to say. Whatever.
But
Always gonna blame me
nah,
because I'm sitting here.
I've always-
Hey, nigga, for real. Come
I
on.
mean,
I've told Blue from the beginning that because he, like I said, he had the Blue Girl show, and I told him you
And
need
you
to take
worked
that
on
shit
it.
over to Zeus. But I also told him that the show is you and her.
Yeah.
Like, you guys are the show. The shit that your mama do, that's the show.
Yeah.
That's the show.
Right.
Your baby mama, that's the show. Like, you're bringing all these girls into, in your house when, nigga, you are the show.
With
like,
her.
you're entertaining. She's entertaining. Like, that shit is fun. And a lot of females won't admit that we all relate to Chrisean. Like, a lot.
Oh, we do.
We do.
We do.
We probably won't put
But
it.
not
We
as
probably won't put it on the
obsessed,
phone.
But we do.
Okay.
But a lot of bitches, you love your nigga.
Yeah.
Like, you probably won't go to the extent of doing what she does. But at the end of the day, like, no, bitches love they nigga.
Right.
Bitches want to beat other bitches
If
up.
bitches could do what she
Yeah.
is doing, they would do it.
And
But
we're in a time where everybody want to act fake bougie and shit. Like, they too
Right.
good to do that shit. Like, no, bitch, you go through shit with your nigga too. Like, we
Exactly.
all go through it. So I think that they're very much relatable, but a lot of people are not going to admit it. Now, me,
Well, they are watching for
I'm
sure.
a peaceful motherfucker. I don't argue, like I shut down. In the middle of argument, I shut
Right.
Like, that shit look crazy to me.
Right.
But we all relate to that type of stuff,
Yeah.
Right.
like, so I'm excited to see the show.
Yeah.
I know that it's going to be a fucking hit.
Oh, it's for sure going to
Yeah.
be one of our biggest shows at Zeus. I'm excited
sure.
I got to be an EP on it.
And I think it's great that, because we've been watching this shit play out on Instagram.
Right.
Monetize that shit. We need this shit on the platform on TV.
Well,
Yeah.
Like,
we
why
are
are y'all doing that shit on Instagram?
We are
Put
gonna.
that shit on
We
the
are
show.
really gonna bring. There's so much more that hasn't been aired too. That you just see the snippets on the blogs and things like that. But no, it's gonna be a hit
because
show.
Miss Natalie Nunn gonna put me on that red carpet.
You are gonna. You
Yeah,
and Sharp.
period.
You and Sharp need to come over here to do some interviews for us. Sharp, how do you feel about that relationship though? Because it is about to be a new show at Zeus. It's airing in a couple weeks.
Yeah, no, I'll send my love to Blueface. That's my partner, man. I got nothing but love for him, and I would tell him only as his partner. Like, if motherfuckers is doing what they doing, that's cool. But, like, if it was me and he asked me my opinion, I would tell him, hey, bro, get up away from that shit. You on, bro. That shit too toxic, man.
So you
That
don't
shit
like
ain't-
toxic stuff.
No, man, I had a lot of it in my life coming up. So, like, I'm like, shit, I'm already overflowed with that. So I don't
Right.
got no more to give in that department. So when I see it, maybe I'm wrong. He got a lot more to give. They younger. So
They are.
me, I'm a little older. You know what I'm saying? I'm in my mid-30s. So
Yeah.
I look at shit in a whole different way. A lot of my shit I'm fed up with.
Right.
So I'm not about to turn that a fold. But like I said, hey, man, to each their own. Hey, man, nothing but love to them. You know,
Yeah.
I just hope it don't do nothing to either one of them that they might regret in
Right.
the future. That's all
That
I'm
part.
saying.
That part.
I just want it to stay. If it's gonna stay, all right, let it stay for this little extra shit. That's cool. But don't let it ever exceed to where, y'all both end up losing something over. Because I don't want. At the end of the day, I want to see everybody winning, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I don't want to see nobody lose nothing. Not to no stupid shit, man. Not for no cameras. I didn't grow up with that shit.
Right.
I didn't grow up with all this shit. Like a whole bunch of cameras all the time where it mattered for views and ratings.
I feel like my generation loves the toxic shit.
And the cameras.
Like
The
I
cameras
feel,
is what it
I
is.
feel
Y'all
like,
can't get off
clout.
Snapchat,
No,
Instagram, the clout. It's crazy.
Toxic is definitely normalized.
Like
Feds have a field
like they
day
made
these
it a
days.
norm.
But
Like,
Natalie, how do you feel about the relationship?
Well, I'm executive producing their show, and I've had a lot of heart-to-hearts with Chrisean. Like I said, I would love for someone to, like, pass the throne, pass it, and, like, run with it and eat it up. I mean, I've been in this shit for 13 years, but I never came into this industry on a relationship that was, like, bringing me all this attention, and I was just on Bad Girls Club, and then I did all these other shows after that. But at the end of the day, like, I care about, and that's one thing that I think gets mixed up in all of this because I am the messy producer or Natalie wanted us to do that. No, I don't want to see people going to jail. I don't want to see people getting arrested.
neither,
I don't
man.
like that weird
Like
shit.
seeing that weird ass shit,
So
man,
it be
for
getting
real.
like crazy. And I guess I could relate to what Sharp said. Like, I'm a little bit older, so there was a few times on the show where I pulled the bus over because we were on a tour bus going from city to city. And I had to tell Chrisean like a few times, and the fans got mad because they want her to turn up and go crazy. And I'm like, bro, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to have to like joke your ass up right now, but stop. Like, it's too much. Like, and so like there are times when I think I get fed
If
up.
y'all got down, you think you'll get her real quick? You'll get her?
Nah, look, don't
I'm
start.
just asking a question.
I mean, I'm gonna give you an ass whooping like your mama finna give you
All right,
one.
then,
That's
so
what's
you
gonna
saying-
happen.
so
You
saying
really think you and
really
Rob-
whoop her.
Baby, what? I'm gonna give her a little ass whooping like she's supposed to
I don't
get.
think Scotty confident in you.
And if I don't, you finna jump in, bitch, and get her too.
Rod's my baby. I love her. I don't
We
think
love
y'all would.
Rod. We love Rod.
I would hope y'all would never
No,
ever
no, no.
get into
I
it.
want to see
Because I ain't getting in the middle of it.
Yeah, I
What was
wasn't
it
trying
like for you? Because like me watching as a viewer when she got arrested, and then y'all dramatic with the fucking
Music.
the Set It Off soundtrack playing. So they Set It Off one of my
The
favorite
Queen
movies.
Latifah,
So
she looked just like.
yeah, I'm like y'all motherfucking dramatic, but I still
Day
I still
after
sympathize. I still sympathize with her in that
Right.
moment, and it was like
'Cause
it looked like
yeah.
all of you, even like with because she had just had the situation with Rolly and Slim where they had falls, she jumped in and
Right.
shit, and Jayla, but it seemed like everybody in that moment
So
was
yeah,
like,
I mean, the
how did
U.S.
that-
Marshals were after us for like we had a hot pink tour bus that said baddies on it, and we went from city to city in the South.
following
They were
it.
following us, and there were a few times when I'm not gonna put myself in anything by saying anything, but I was
Yeah.
like, girl, you gotta go
I think we
that
all
way
told her
today,
that. Yeah.
and then tomorrow there and go out that door. It was a lot, and I kept saying like, you're too young for all this shit. You're just too young for this. Like, what do you want to do?
Yeah.
So there were a few moments on the show where I said, Chrisean, maybe it's time for you to just go handle that case. We could send some cameras or no cameras and security to make sure, because she didn't want to go back to jail.
Yeah.
And I get it. Who the fuck wants to go to jail?
Was that an emotional time for y'all?
The whole bus was upside down.
Yeah.
And we had like a drive from where was it, New Orleans to Houston.
Yeah.
So we're on the bus, all of us, the cameras go down, everyone's looking at each other like, so she just got arrested? I mean, there was helicopters, the U.S. Marshals, everybody on the ground, guns out.
I think we were just more upset that she didn't listen.
She didn't listen.
She didn't listen to any of us.
It's like these young people don't want to hear. I'm in my 30s. Girl, we got to just handle this real quick. Then we can figure it out. You can't just be running around. What? Let's figure it out. Because I'm the type of bitch who, when I say I'm a businesswoman, I handle my business. I handle everything that bills get paid on time. Handling, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, auto pay.
Let's handle our business. You got a case going.
I hope this isn't left field, but I want to bring it. I want to bring it up because I noticed that you bring up Chrisean and you be
Right.
like,
Yeah.
and you always try to relate it to or intertwine it with. I want to be able to leave this to somebody. I need
Yeah.
somebody to step it up.
Yeah.
So do you feel like it's Chrisean who you want to leave this to so you can step away
I
and
think,
have her be the
I think
face?
Chrisean should be the face. I think Chrisean.
That's where I thought you've been leaning towards the
I
whole
think
time.
Chrisean. I think
Yeah.
she has a lot of that.
Almighty, bring me a Capri Sun.
I think she has that athletic. I think she has that. She has a lot of things in her life that I could relate to in my life. Even though everybody thinks Natalie was whatever, Chrisean, she got the drive in her. She's hungry. She's
And
ready
she got
to
a
work.
sick squabble.
She and that's
Right.
what I'm saying. Like it's just little
I
things that.
seen from the girl, she was never really like that before she got on doing all this
Baddie
stuff.
stuff.
Like,
She was an
like,
athlete.
She was
a
an
nice,
athlete.
No, I'm saying like
Nice
her
girl.
personality, nice girl. Like for
Yeah.
real, she wasn't really like that. I think she became that. Just my opinion.
Right.
She became that new Chrisean that we know today, you know, over time.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I think that you know, some of this shit, like, it don't really be for everybody, man. It's
Right.
gonna, if you don't really got a ground on your life, you
Right.
know what I'm saying? Like, it can really send you spiraling into different directions
Yeah.
that maybe
Right.
not everybody will understand at the time.
Yeah.
But nonetheless,
I think if
She
she
also
has,
had a crazy upbringing.
yeah, I
too,
think
though.
if she had the right
Right.
people, like the right foundation,
Mm-hmm.
and I think like that's why I be having my heart to hearts with her. And I'm gonna say something that nobody knows. Every time Chrisean gets arrested, I am the first person she calls on the phone. So from jail. So it's not about who gonna bail her out. She got motherfucking money. Chrisean's a boss, respectfully, especially at this point in her life. But I think I get those calls and stuff because I can be the one that, you know, she goes to in the sense like Natalie is like a motherly or a big sister figure in her life. But it's very difficult to try to, it's like I could tell her something and it goes in one ear and out the other. So she don't listen. And I guess that's the age, the generation, they're just young. I don't get it. But I think she has potential to really take this shit and run with it and be a real fucking mega superstar and really set her life up, all her 11 siblings, all her family in Baltimore, everybody, like she could be really fucking good for a long time.
I think she gonna be straight.
All right, people, we just hit 300,000 subscribers. You know we're trying to hit 400,000 subscribers. So that little red button, tap it, tap in. We appreciate y'all.